another Down South Sports Roundtable. We like to call Sports Roundtable for short. Hey, Mark, man, hey, let's go ahead and get to it, bro, man. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, nothing much. Yeah, great day for sports, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
everybody subscribing, liking. Continue to come back. We'll continue to
mhm,
give you the sports.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a great basketball game for the WNBA All-Star weekend, man. I
Hey,
mean, were you surprised by what the WNBA team did to the national team, the USA team?
I was slightly surprised to the point of the competitive nature that game became. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
uh, you know what I mean? Like it was a lot of spotlight on Caitlin and Angel Reese playing together for, you know what I mean, for the first time. Everybody always try to put them against each other where they actually talk, became friends through all everybody putting them against each other. So, but I was surprised because of um, that's supposed to be the way they constructed that WNBA, you know what I mean, team, that Team USA team. I'm sorry, not WNBA, but a Team USA team supposed to be like, hey, we should be able to handle anybody, no problem, especially in the USA. So I would say I was surprised, man, slightly surprised, but also I think there was what's the right way to say this? I think they were surprised by how they played was playing against them.
I
I think
think they were.
I
I
think
think they were too. I mean, but they should have known though. I think really, to tell you the truth, I just think the firepower, of them
yeah,
being together, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Rike, Huck coming out and scoring what 30, 31, 33, whatever she had. I mean,
yeah.
she's a ball in the first place. She
And I
definitely
don't know why
fit in
she
with
wasn't
USA.
selected. That's
Exactly,
that's big on the headline too. So
exactly.
y'all just got basically did in by the person that y'all overlooked.
Right, that's crazy. How is she not on there?
Exactly.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. But yeah, I mean, that was just a. I mean, that was a fire team too. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so they gave it to him, man. And but they said if they get beat by anybody, that was definitely the team that they would have gotten beat by. With them together and that firepower together, and that was a great way for them to start to go into the play. The national team, they definitely shouldn't lose because they seem the best starting off like that. So
Yeah. I mean, I say this, Mark, man. I think that's a lame excuse because it's almost like they have some superstars on a team. I'm talking about the WNBA team.
right.
Also, you got some superstars that are rookies that still ain't found their way, but they adapting very well and know how to score the ball. So what I'm gonna say is, I understand what they're trying to say, but at the end of the day, like, hey, you ain't feeling no rookie come at you like that.
No, that's
That's
real. I mean, that's
that's
real.
that's for any sport. Like you look at, we can talk about football. That's like you on a varsity squad, but you let the freshman team run up on y'all like that.
Yeah,
Nah, nah. We're
no,
gonna have to
that's
address
real.
that at the door. So now you only thing you did was you just put ice in their veins, man.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely feel like they the man now, basically. But I mean, at the same time, like you said, that is the excuse that they gave. But I mean, you have said that they are the Michael Joe. I mean, the Magic Johnson and the Larry Bird. So I mean, it
Yep.
definitely seems like that now. Because imagine putting Larry Bird and Magic Johnson on the team to play them. Back then,
Yep.
when you're up and coming.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and they're
Yep.
changing the face of the league. I mean, you see, they almost set records, all of them.
Yeah.
Well, they did, basically, Caitlin Clark almost broke the assist record. I think Rike, she broke the record for scoring as many points in the second half. So, like, it's a new day, and it's a new face in the league, for real, for real. It's a new
Yeah.
faces.
That right there proved it. Now
Exactly,
that right there did prove it. It
exactly.
proved that point. But I was when I say I was slightly surprised, I was slightly surprised where y'all just let some rookies come at y'all like that. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. That, to be honest with you, y'all supposed to be a team that constructed and play anybody to beat them, and y'all just let the rookies just run y'all out the court like that. So,
but you know they weren't all rookies, so
I know, but I'm just the two when you had injuries of Caitlin as seasoned veterans that already kind of been like coming at them with the spotlight. Why they still in the spotlight? They just showed it.
Right, exactly. It's like the game when Jordan played when they all played it on the Dream Team. You remember that game they were talking about it, and they teamed up. And Jordan, he went to town on them, and they said there's a new sheriff in town. He said it, so it's kind of like that.
Basically. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So you know what I mean. You really just now I'm gonna tell you right now. After that All-Star break, now the game's gonna be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be a little. They already been different, but it's about to be a little different, physicality wise, scheme wise. You might start seeing playoff basketball right now. You know what I mean? Before the playoffs even start.
Usually that's what you do see after the All-Star breaks. You know, so.
I'm saying now it's going to be a little chippiness behind it.
All right. I mean, they come to play at this point.
They come to play.
Yeah. So, I want to. Do you think they wish they could reconstruct the team at this point? Reconstruct the USA team, because I mean, looking at it now, I feel like they should have had Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark on it now.
Yeah. And so when they picked that team, you know, Angel Reese ain't showed enough. Caitlin really ain't showed enough but like I said, and I apologize on our show. I said, man, I was, you know, and I would feel like, hey, if you say something loudly wrong, you got to be able to come to the front and say, hey, I messed up and spoke on the wrong thing. And when I said about Angel Reese, I said, I don't know how she's going to adapt right off the bat coming to the WNBA, because she played under the gold a lot. And now I don't know how she's going to be able to translate, because she's not as tall as a lot of those centers in place. But they got Cardozo.
Mm-hmm. She's not a center. She's not playing the center role. So now she's free, more free.
And that was before she even got drafted. I even knew how the roster was constructed. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you look at a lot of her shots, she's actually banging under the hole. You know what I mean? For that. Like out rebounding a lot of the big women, tall women. That she's doing a lot under the hole. So I said, hey man, she's starting off better than I ever thought she was going to start off. I thought she was going to transition more that second year.
And she balling out. She balling out under the goal. And she probably took that as a slap in the face, you know, saying that she wouldn't be able to do that under the goal, which is what she did at LSU. I mean, of course they're bigger centers in the league. So, you know, she took it as a challenge. And as you can see, she's doing what she's doing. Double doubles and you know, back-to-back games, and between her and Caitlin Clark breaking the assist records and scoring the most points as a rookie thus far. Yeah, I think they would have, and they would reconstruct the team if they could at this point in time. I think they chose the people too early.
They chose it too early, and like I said, you didn't know how this rookie class was going to turn out.
Right.
But it is what it is, bro. Their time gonna come. You know what I mean? That time gonna come, bro. But I say this now. It's been a lot of people speaking on that All-Star game. That All-Star game where that was a very, 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 very competitive All-Star game. Very competitive art. Now you know what they're doing. They're taking jabs at the NBA. I wish we could see this competitive game at the NBA level. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And for that to happen, it had to be that same scenario. Their scenarios are different than what the NBA is. Because why? They play an Olympic team against All-Star team that they constructed. Now the NBA will have to do something like that. Pretty much.
Yeah, to get it out like that. To get the crowd into it like that, you know, they definitely would. I mean, the competitive is there when they do the rookie versus like the sophomores. Whenever they do that one, the competitive level is there because they play hard. But I mean, as far as having the All-Stars, you know, like the USA team playing another set of all-stars, basically like your Jaylen Brown, the people who didn't
Yeah,
make it.
yeah,
I mean, we would love to see that.
yeah, bro. That's what they just taking jab at the NBA. Like, man, I wish we can, you know what I mean, see the competitive nature like that with you know what I mean, with the NBA. It's almost like what we dealt with the NFL, to the point where they just really took out the whole game. But that's a whole different situation. That's a physicality game right there. You know what I mean? That right there is completely different. But I want to see something like that. So now what they did, they just challenged. I think they just challenged the commissioner. You need to figure out how to make this All-Star game more competitive.
Yeah,
That
and
was
they will because you have to, like you said, that's why people don't go to those games, and that's why the NFL was losing money for real with the Hawaii, the Pro Bowl
yeah,
being Hawaii. Nobody
yeah.
really wanted to watch it, and nobody definitely not traveling that far for a lackluster game. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I think Adam Silver they'll go back in the lab and construct something. They got to.
Hey, you know what? Off subject, and I shared this with you the other day. And you said, man, bro, I don't know who came up with that idea. Like, I would think who came up with that idea about that arena football championship game that was in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, yeah.
That right there, I ain't never even think that. I don't know where, I forgot where it was located, man, but my first thing was, be honest with you, is on a couple places I think that should be, like, to make it real big, to make it in a mall, is on, like, a couple places I can think of.
Like
Atlanta,
Houston,
Atlanta, Houston, and New York.
it kind of looked like Houston. I couldn't tell, but just by looking at the pillars,
Yeah,
it kind of looks like the Houston setup of the mall. And I know Houston usually has like a big ice skating rink in there. You know, they have something big in there already, so that
yeah,
definitely could have happened. Could have transitioned into a football field.
bro. Few places: Houston, Atlanta, and New York. You can have something like that in those three places if it wasn't already in Houston. Because I didn't even know. I just came across on social media. Like, God, bro, they playing an arena football game, championship game in the middle of the mall. People grabbing pretzels, buying Jordans, and looking at football. Bro,
Yeah,
that's a life right there, bro.
it is. It is. Because I sure sit down and watch. You know, definitely.
Yeah,
I watch the game just
yeah,
because
man.
in
And that was a
football.
championship game.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't know it was at all.
Yeah, that was an arena football championship game.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Great idea. I think they did that as a test bed to kind of see how it play. Man, bro, they need to rock with that. They need to rock with that. They need to rock with that. I think so, man. I think they need to rock with that.
Yeah.
It's fine the right. It's fine the right. Obviously, it wasn't advertised very well, because I didn't know that was going on. But I just came across, hey, look at this arena championship game in the middle of the mall, man, bro. I think they should have. That whole mall would have been shut down.
I just don't know how they'll make money off of it, ticket wise. But
That is a great question. It had to be some sponsors.
mm-hmm.
Are you charged going to the mall? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how you can make it. That is a great question, though. You know what I mean? It got to be some sponsor that kind of drive that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they had food set up, so it was something around the area. It had to be something.
yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
man. So we'll switch gears to football, man. Uh, college and professional, man. So I start off with college, man, because your boy Paul Finebaum, your best friend that you watch every day. You know what I mean? He's still stirring up mess.
He
Like
don't
Mark,
lie. He don't lie though.
hey, I ain't gonna say he lied, but he misspeak a lot. I
What
say.
what did he misspeak about? What did he misspeak about?
He might not lie, but he misspeak. You know what I mean? Hey,
What did he misspeak about?
you know we. So all right, first let's go ahead and talk about it. Then the first thing was, he going on start mess talking about. He already been taking shots at Lincoln Riley down at USC. You know what I mean? He been taking jabs at him for the last couple of days. Well, last couple of days, since last week, and then also now he went on first take today, stirred up Mo mess and got Stephen A. Smith loudmouth self, got him all stirred up, talking about know who'd be the best person. Lincoln Riley, he ain't gonna have a job after this year. You know what I mean? But I can tell you who's gonna be there. It's gonna be PrimeTime Deion Sanders. First of all, that PrimeTime ain't going to no USC.
In Cali, you don't think PrimeTime will go out there?
Nope. I'm gonna tell you one reason why. I'm gonna tell you the first reason why. The first reason why, if you notice on the locations that Deion Sanders have lived at, and he spoke on this plenty times. He ain't finna live in nowhere that he got that the cost of living is skyrocket. It's high as crap. That's one piece. If you look at, he lived in Texas. How many acres he had there? I mean, he had I think 60, 70 acres. He in Colorado. He love his land, and he ain't paying cheap. You think he finna go to California and live there? No. He won't even let his sons. Remember when he spoke about Shadura and said, hey, I know a few places that he ain't going. California is one of them.
Shadura
he ain't going there. He ain't going there. Huh?
Shadura gonna be gone.
Shadura ain't going to nowhere in California. I'm telling you right now. All right. He ain't going nowhere in California.
Be in the league.
Hey, I'm talking about when we go to the league, he ain't going no organization in California. None.
Lionel, USC will pay Dion to live on 50 acres if he wanted to.
They ain't doing that. They ain't even got 50 acres to spare. Now,
USC.
they don't even got 50 acres to spare, man. No. That way, no. They ain't even got that. No, they ain't even got 50 acres to spare. Second of all,
USC got a lot more money.
Second of all, if he leave Colorado, and he's still building in Colorado, he's still building.
He's gonna leave.
The only, Mark, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only way he leaves if the right SEC job come his way.
And what's the right SEC job? Go and get it out your mouth. Go and get it out your mouth because this is the only reason. This is the only reason why you saying this.
It's an ACC school too, but if the right SEC job come about, he'll leave Colorado, and that right SEC job is if Hugh Freeze for Auburn University don't cut it this year, we don't got a problem paying somebody to leave, and we'll pay them for the next 10 years. We don't care as long as he's gone.
You jumping the gun here.
He'll come to Auburn.
Hugh Freeze got at least another 5 years. No doubt about it.
5 years what?
Hugh Freeze, he only been there 2 years, man.
5 years what?
Y'all got to at least give him 3 years.
No.
Yeah.
What else wrote that?
He got to bring in. He got to bring in his people, man.
Nah.
He working with Harsin.
Hey, you got us confused with Vanderbilt in Kentucky. That don't happen in Auburn.
He working with Harsin leftovers. What is he gonna do?
Nah, them leftovers been gone. Been gone.
No, they still there.
You might got a kicker. You might got a water boy. You might got a towel guy. You know what I mean? You might got one to field people that's still there. But you know what I mean. Other than that, nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah, he ain't going away.
And the other scenario I put out there, it would be an ACC school, and that'll be Florida State.
He's not going to Florida State.
And thank you, exactly. So he ain't leaving Colorado. He is not leaving Colorado. Now you talking about 5 years. He'll get Colorado 5 years. He'll get Colorado 5 years.
Yeah, so he's going to leave. Yeah, he gonna get out of there. He's not staying in Colorado.
He'll get Colorado 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to Florida State, the school that didn't hire him the first time. He's definitely not going there. Now,
he'll go back to the alma mater.
USC, he's not going. He's not going.
Hey, you know another reason he'll go to Florida State? Hey, the bit different from California and Florida, taxes.
He ain't got to pay that.
Hey, you got to pay in California now.
He's gonna live on free land, man. Paid for by the state. He's gonna get him a ranch, which everybody have who has land out there in California. He love ranches, same stuff he had in Texas. You're gonna get him a ranch. USC is gonna pay him hefty, more than Florida State would pay him. USC, they got the bag, man. You know USC will drop a bag on Deion right now. He's leaving and he's going to USC. He would go to USC. I'm not saying that he is, but he would go there.
Hey, can you do me a favor, man? So at the end of this show, can you mail me whatever you and Paul Finebaum is drinking on? Because obviously I need to have that same type of mindset that y'all got, because I don't see it.
You don't see him going to USC?
Nope.
But I mean, you have an opinionated reason why though he's not going.
I said, hey, I put multiple scenarios out there. But, you know what I mean? I don't sound like
I don't know about the multiple
fan that's saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl every year after 30 years. I don't say that.
So we're not gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, let's just be real with it. We didn't regroup.
Hey, so
we got star receivers now.
Hey, for the people watching, do I need to go back on an episode where you said we won't never get Zeke back?
I say he was gonna retire though. I said he'll sign a contract.
That ain't what you said on video. You said, we won't get Zeke back, man. He just one day contract for him to retire. Hey man, bro, that man ran through bad drills. I ain't never seen nobody retire one day and run through bad drills. I'm just saying. I never seen that. I ain't never seen that. He's on one-on-ones against linebackers right now.
So 1 year contract. That's it, man. He's gonna retire a Cowboy. That's it. That's the only reason we want him back. He's not starting. He's not the starting running back. He's probably third string. That's okay. We can have him as a third string. That's okay. That's fine. Let him retire. He shouldn't have left. He should have got his contract cut, and he should just stayed and been the third string. And just contributed to the team that way.
Is Paul Finebaum a Dallas Cowboy fan?
Yeah, probably. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Okay, yeah, that's what y'all got in common. Okay.
Who wouldn't be a Cowboy fan?
A common sense individual.
Do you say your daddy was a Cowboy fan?
Huh?
Do you say your dad was a Cowboy fan?
Nah, he ain't nobody fan. He just watch football.
He ain't nobody fan. He is a Cowboy fan, man. He's a great man. You feel me? Say just watch football. Oh, yeah. Where they do that at?
He just like watching sport. He ain't got no particular team. He got a particular team in NFL. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I can't wait till Deion get hired.
To do what?
By somebody other than Colorado, so we can play this one.
I mean, he ain't got a lead to do that.
It won't be Arbor.
Okay. Hey, all the way is Hugh Freeze got to do something. But hey, if he don't do it,
right?
I'm sorry, man. That Arbor fan base, bro. They would. I mean, they went and filed papers to get Harsin a restraining order against the university.
I've never seen a coach get did so bad in life, boy.
Boy, they did that man so dirty. They went.
That was so bad how they did him. I'm talking about from the time he stepped foot off the plane at the airport, they were hollering through the fence at him. Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, so also about college football, man. the ACC Commissioner. He spoke at, the ACC Media Day or whatever, and then multiple interviews. And he also stated that he publicly stated, he said, man, we're going to fight Clemson and Florida State as long as it takes with this big lawsuit issue. So I want to get your take on this, man.
He said, now I wish he would have came out. I would have heard, this the force that he's speaking with in the past. I didn't hear all this, months prior to now. As to he's so resilient about what he believes in now. I mean, but he said that Florida State and Clemson know what they're signing, which I know they do. These contracts that they're signing, year in and year out, however long they last. He said they know what's going on with the TV rights and the deal. So, and I definitely believe it because we know when they sign these contracts, they have their attorneys present, whomever they've read over and they've been briefed on what's in the contract. So, I definitely believe them. I believe they'll fight to the end. Sankey said, the SEC commissioner, he said they're happy with 16. We're happy with 16 team. He said, but he's watching. He said he's not necessarily watching to make a decision. He's just paying attention and watching to see what's going on.
So I say this, man, and me and you've been speaking on this for some time, and thinking that what's going to be the landscape of college football in the next 5-10 years. Probably I'd say more like 7-10 years. Me and you both say, hey man, I don't think NCAA gonna even exist. It's gonna be something else that's gonna replace them because the NCAA is not trustworthy. They messed up so many years. Now they're getting called out about it. Now to go back to the ACC, I don't know how far this is gonna go, but I don't think that I think the bad outcome is going to be on the ACC. And I think by the end of this case, if it turns out bad, I think it's going to bury the ACC.
It can. I think it definitely can turn out bad. I mean, if it turns out bad for anybody, it's going to be them at the end of the day. I don't know what's in these clauses, in these contracts, but Clemson and Florida State believe that they can get out of this league, of this conference. So, and the one thing I know, Greg Sankey, he's a businessman first. So, you're happy at 16, but if Clemson and Florida State come knocking, you're not gonna turn them away.
Nah, and that's where now it's gonna come to the point where how big is too big for these conferences. You know what I mean? Because I got a personal feeling that if Clemson, we know at some point in time, it could be this year, next year, it could be 4 years from now. We know at some point, Clemson and FSU is leaving the ACC. That right there is going to happen. Now, how many is going to follow? And they got some good teams in the ACC that they can't lose. And I think the next two would be either UNC or I think in Miami.
Yeah, but if UNC leaves, which would definitely be one of the greater teams out of the conference, I think they're going to want UNC and Duke to be like a package deal wherever they go.
You think so?
Yep, just to keep the rivalry going, and that intensity between the two schools. Just to keep that going, I think they were presented as a package deal, not necessarily mean that it would happen, but I definitely see them present that as a package deal. Yeah, they've already said UNC would definitely be one of the greater programs, but because of what they bring, football, basketball, all of these, right? Baseball too, exactly. So
I say, I know right now, once that happens, because I don't know when it's going to happen. I can't make no prediction on it. It could be, but we know at some point it could be at the end of that whatever that contract they got the lawsuit about, or before then. Florida State, Clemson leaving the ACC, and it's all about who's going to leave behind. And I got a feeling UNC would be on the board to leave. What you feel about Miami leaving if they do it? You think Miami will leave?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, definitely. If ACC is crumbling, everybody's gonna have to find a home.
Yeah, and they'll be the only school. Yeah, they'll be on the Florida school in the ACC if Florida State leave.
Right. Right.
And they ain't going to other conference. They ain't
right.
going
right. So at that point, like you say, I mean, how big is too big for a conference?
And then that's what we're gonna go to. What we saying? What's their landscape gonna look like for the NCAA? Like, because now your conference gonna be very powerful. Now you might overtake the NCAA.
I mean, but the NCAA is nothing. The schools pay the NCAA.
Exactly.
So yes. Like the NCAA doesn't have a backing necessarily. They don't stand on anything. You know, they get paid off these schools. So that's where their revenue comes from. So who gives them the say so, basically?
Yeah.
You know, the ruling hand over these schools.
Yeah.
You feel like why would the person I'm paying, why would they be ruling me? You see, that don't make sense.
Yeah. But I don't think that comment and interview that he did, the ACC Commissioner did, saying this publicly, I don't think that even helped the situation, man. I think he just made it worse.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, but they've been doing that, so he acts like they don't care. So we definitely gonna see how it goes. Like I said, we don't know what's in these contracts and everything, these clauses, but it's gonna come out. It's definitely gonna come out.
Bro. You absolutely right, bro. It's gonna come out, man, because it's gonna be. It's gonna come out, bro. It's gonna come out.
Yeah, man. And speaking of them contracts, what's up with this $1.8 billion contract that TNT has matched?
Oh yeah. So we spoke on that. Yeah. And I'm surprised. I was really surprised that they came and matched that. It took a while too, actually. It took a good while.
It took a long time, and I don't know why it took so long at this point in time. But they're saying, the TNT is saying that they have that in their contract, that they have that they have the right to match whatever is being offered at that point in time. So, and they're hanging their heads on basically the inside the NBA, the show, with the fellas on there, Barkley, everybody Shaq on their show. So Kenny. So
and Barkley said he's retired regardless. You know what I mean? No matter what happens after next year. So we're gonna be on this current year, and then he's gone after that. I mean, he's been on it for a good while, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all of them have for real.
Yeah. And it's multiple people that they can replace him with, because they've been, they are try out different people. Like, you know what I mean? So they're
saying that's their number one. Their number one show, which it is.
Yeah.
Right. So they're saying, basically, if you want this, then you definitely should, follow up with us, or keep the same contract going. But the NBA is saying that, man, y'all took so long, we can already agree with Amazon, basically, at this point in time. So now TNT said, well, we're going to go to court and fight it. We're like, what? Y'all waited all this time to make a decision. Now you want to fight.
Money. They had to raise some money, too.
Man,
that's what it was.
Paid, man.
Because, TNT today is not the TNT it was when we grew up. You know what I mean? You got your prime time, just normal TV shows, TV series. You know what I mean? Most people are not really watching, normal TV series is like that on normal cable TV. They're watching it through Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, stuff like that, Tubi, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So nobody's really just watching, Oh, I gotta get on by 9 p.m., to watch this show for the. Nobody's really doing that. I know I'm not. So those days, really TNT is they money make is sports.
They know it.
And they lose that. That's why I made that comment when we first talked about this. I said, if they lose that, they're gonna get buried as a company. 6 feet deep. They're gonna get buried.
Yeah, it's just like, what have they been though? They should have known that. I mean, if they had a round table, and I know they did. They had people at this table, executives and lawyers and spokesmen.
Yeah.
I know somebody said something. I'm just trying to see what took so long for them to make that decision.
Yeah. Because they realized that, like, man, nobody's watching normal cable TV. Like, you're not really, you're too late to really come into the streaming game because you got a lot of streaming services right now. You got you got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Tubi, you got doggone YouTube TV that you can play record. Nobody's just looking at this. The days of the cable box. You know what I mean? Hey, I gotta log in TNT for this XYZ show. Them days are gone by 9 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's doing that, bro. Nobody's doing that at all.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
It's real crazy, man. It's real crazy.
They waited so long now, and now they want to fight it. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. They knew what the deal was. And while we talking about this, can we talk about, you know what I mean? Who you think will replace Barkley when he leaves? When he retire?
Who knows? Somebody crazy like Barkley.
I think Draymond be a great person on that. He been on a lot, you know what I mean? When he retired, whenever he done playing ball, I think he'll be a great, you know what I mean, replacement for him.
Yeah, he has been on there a lot lately. So it looks like he's auditioning.
Yeah. And he very outspoken, like, you know what I mean? How Charles Barkley is, say, you know what I mean, say some off the wall stuff. That's who I was just wanting to see who you think might be.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one. Him, Pat Beverly, he's another outspoken person.
Yeah.
But
Pat Beverly, boy, he did when he took them shots at that news, that sports reporter, you know what I mean? He really kind of eased that over. When he was like, I ain't interviewing you unless you know what I mean, subscribe to my podcast. You ain't subscribe to it, hey, I ain't talking to you. You know what I mean? That kind of rubbed a lot of people wrong on that one, from like a sports analyst and sports, journalist standpoint.
Yeah.
But like you say, he very outspoken. You know what I mean? You need somebody that not like Charles Barkley. Ain't too many people like him at all. But you need somebody that kind of outspoken and kind of. I think Draymond would be a great one on that. Whenever he decided to be done, I think, to be honest with you, I think he got about one more year after this. One more, maybe two, and he done.
Yeah, I mean, and they all might retire after that because, they hang together. They like each other so much, so it might be a one for all type of thing, definitely. With the changing of the guards of the show and everything, the contract. So.
Yeah. Hey, man, so also, we'll switch to the NFL. We got multiple stories talking about with the NFL, man. One of them is the Packers quarterback, Love. He basically came and told him, say, hey, I ain't showing up to practice, man, until we need to go do a contract extension. He want to get off that rookie deal.
It's smart. I do the same thing. I mean, he showed his hand as what he did in the playoff against a team.
What team was that?
I didn't watch it, So
you watched it. You speaking like you watched. You was well in. You know what I mean? You
heard about it.
And you hear about it. You knew. You know what I mean. That team. They were blue and gray. They got a star on their helmet. You know what I mean? They got an owner. They got an owner that like to be the GM, like to be the coach, like to be the defensive coordinator. He like to be the play caller. He like to do all those different things. All right, man. You gotta leave
Enough is enough.
Hey, I'm telling you, I can't. We got 50 days before football season start, bro. I can't wait, man. Boy, I can't wait.
And that talked all that noise. They read it. We read it, and all this got showed up by a rookie. That man went out there and had a great game. Look,
you got him confused what he was ready for. He was ready to grab some Texas barbecue, and then get on Jerry Jones' private helicopter and private jet to fly over to Cancun. That's what he was waiting. That's what he was ready for. He wasn't ready to play. He was ready to, you know what I mean? Y'all got the confusion wrong.
We're not
go ahead, man. What you think about
interception, man? God.
So I mean, about Jordan Love, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think he definitely doing the right thing. You know, get paid for your performance. You know, they should definitely get him out that rookie contract. They've been saying that he is him, you know, in the upcoming one for years. So he definitely proved it. You know, as far as his talent goes, and you know his accuracy, the quarterback ratings, he definitely did that. So, I mean, you pay the man, and I think they are going to pay him. But you already know how it goes. The longer you wait, the more you have to pay. At this point in time, but I mean, he's not going to get a max deal, of course, nothing like that. But they'll just pay him. I mean, who else? That's your quarterback. He's your main quarterback. You're leaning on him. Your organization is leaning on him. So pay the man.
Yeah, I think the big thing is they think about Brock Purdy too. So them two right there. All right.
Right.
You want to ride them rookie contract as long as you possibly can, because that helps out with the other positions on the roster. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they was. I guarantee, not knowing this for anything and knowing about it, you know what I mean, at Green Bay Packer organization. But if I was there, I'd be like, man, I need one more year. Get him one more year on this contract, so next year we can get him the contract. But we looking for, you know what I mean, just a little bit more piece that we might have got to sign. Blah blah blah. I think that's when you got somebody like that, you want to, you know, ride that rookie contract as long as possible. Because that helps out with the, you know what I mean, salary cap as a whole. I don't think they not want to pay the dude. I think they just like, God, you know what I mean, man, we in a bad predicament. We were trying to, you know what I mean, lock in an extra whatever. I don't know what the GM at the Packers been looking for, you know what I mean, just to fill in. But I think that's part of it, though.
I mean, they had a great year last year. I mean, they had the pieces that they need. Exactly. They had the pieces that they need. So, I mean, Jordan Love balled out. Like I said, he ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? You not hold out the next year. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Hey, what that old school saying is, what you eat don't make me. You feel me? That ain't got nothing to do with me at all. Pay that man. I done showed, I done came, I done performed. Vinny. You feel me? I conquered, so I did what I had to do. They pay me my ducats. I'm the quarterback of your team, the future. You know, you're supposed to be building around me, so pay me. You ain't trying to hit nothing about no next year. Who you trying to pick up in free agency and all that?
Hey, I would hate to be the GM, man. I'm up here talking to you about can I wait the next year.
Yeah.
Hey,
You think Drew? If Drew, you think the GM say that to Drew Rosenberg, one of the greatest agents it is out here, he'll say wait till next year. You think they gonna tell him that? No.
I mean, we acting like your team, man. You know what I mean? Like Jerry Jones kick everything down the road, man. That's what they doing. They try to kick things down the road, man.
And they gonna pay though. Everybody eventually has to pay. At the end of the day, so you can kick it as far as you want down the road. You gonna still have to pay. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what type of contract you'll get. What your price range would be either.
I mean, just give him something decent, man. That man trying to take care of his family. Y'all got him out there making chump change, basically.
Now, Brock Purdy. Speaking of what we talking about with California, now Brock Purdy, he's getting ripped off. I mean, in San Francisco, bro, man, you could barely get a one part. He got a roommate, man. Come on, bro.
But did he care?
The care. Hey, I'm like you. I don't care nothing about that. Give me my money, man.
He didn't care about it. You
Hey,
see?
that man ain't trying to hit none of that.
He
He
didn't
said, I got a roommate in a doggone studio apartment, man, and I play in the NFL. What? Man, get me out of you know what? I wouldn't be surprised that, man, get me out of San Francisco, bro. It's too expensive here. Send me to Florida.
Then that man
Send me
drove.
to Florida.
He drove like
Send
a
me to Florida.
Toyota or Highlander. So
You know what?
he drove some
He might replace Zach Prescott.
Zach.
Y'all,
Zach.
yeah. Well, whatever his name is, Mr. Prescott. And he ain't getting 60 minutes, so I mess up his name because he don't deserve it right now, man. Hey.
Oh man, I mean, how many other quarterbacks can you get showed up by? You feel? It just don't make no sense.
Hey, man. Hey.
But like I said, Brock Purdy didn't care. He didn't need the money. His folks got a business. It's two businesses. Jordan Love ain't in that situation, man. Jordan Love,
No.
I want my money and pay me now.
Hey, that man. Hey, first of all, Brock Purdy grown. He shouldn't be asking paying for no money in the NFL. That shows you a problem right there. That man supposed to be providing money to his player, not hey, can I get $100 to next Wednesday when his game check drop? Hey, that should be happening, bro. Come on, man.
Well, you know, they got
Come
it.
on, man.
They got it like that. It's a different scenario, you know, a different playing field.
Come on, man.
You talking about here. And all did you hear now? Your boy Aaron Rodgers, they kept talking about him not going to training OTAs, and he said it was how it's deceiving, how they how they can say it can be training this week, OTAs this week, and minicamp next week. You know what I'm saying? That man, he doesn't have to go to that, man. Like I told you, man, it's just OTAs training camp, little minicamp. It's minicamp. It ain't even the real training camp. He'll be back. He'll be back, man, in time to be great, just like he always is. You know this, man. I don't even know why you playing.
So
yes, they got rookie. Yes, they got rookie wide receivers. Yes, that's true.
So all right.
But they don't got no first round rookie wide receiver. Nobody that they paid the big bucks to.
So it's what makes Aaron Rodgers great?
His accuracy, how he throws the ball. You know, the trajectory of his balls. A Super Bowl champion. You know, taking the program. You know what I'm saying? Winning with a program that didn't basically have everything.
Is he in there for the money, or is he in there to try to win a Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, you know it. That man want to ring.
I mean, out of the 32 teams, you got 31 other quarterbacks that was at minicamp that's trying to win a Super Bowl, but he ain't Egypt.
Well, you know,
and one of them got 3 rings, and he ain't talking about he in Egypt. He just said he ain't having no more kids because he trying to win more rings. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, different strokes, different
man. So this man said he in Egypt. And everybody and other 31 team, other 31 quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, is grinding right now.
Yeah, man. At some point, you know, some stuff is bigger than just football. So, you know, he went there for mental clarity, you know, to get his mind right, man. You know, it's bigger than just the game. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes back, he's gonna be ready.
Clarity.
When he come back, he's gonna be ready. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get away. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get away. You got to get away from it all, man. And that's what he did.
Right.
He gonna come back firing on all cylinders, just like he always does. Like, am I not right? Am I not right? Don't he do that? He comes back always, and he's doing it.
I'm gonna agree with you on it. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just pointing out some points. So I'm looking at some timeline. So on the timeline, he got hurt first game of the season. So he was basically he haven't played football in basically September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Then he decided to go to Egypt for some mental clarity.
What's wrong with that? What's the problem? I'm waiting on the problem. What's the issue?
I'm just saying. So you had all them months to get mental clarity.
But he was training. He was in the weight room. He was getting bigger, stronger, and faster. He was building his muscles back up.
Hey, Mark. So
they said he was on one of the greatest timelines to recover. They ain't seen nothing like that with an injury.
So it's you can only get bigger, faster, stronger in the United States of America. There's no weight rooms. There's no weight rooms anywhere in Egypt. I'm just wondering. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I didn't know when they make weights, they only get shipped to USA addresses. I thought they go. I thought you get it shipped across the world.
Like that's like telling me. That's like saying you gonna fly to the deal and go lift weights.
I mean, hey,
no, you're not
go
doing
on vacation now. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, I guarantee you can find a weight room. I guarantee you can get stronger, faster.
You can find one, but are you going to it?
Hey, so I'm gonna use another example. Your favorite player from the Dallas Cowboys named Ezekiel Elliott. When he held out for his contract, where was he at? Where was he at? Getting bigger, faster, and stronger. What was he training at?
Who knows? Miami.
You know where he was at. You know he was in Mexico over there training. He said, I can't get this work in the U.S. I need to go overseas. I need to get out the U.S. to do it. Not overseas, but I need to get out the U.S. to do it.
Why he needed to? Because he partied too much in the U.S. He had to go get some mental clarity.
Hey, the same type of parties overseas. Yeah, I know that for a fact.
That's what I'm telling you. So ain't nobody going overseas and lifting weights.
That's your choice.
That's what you mean.
That's your choice.
I can do that here. I live and eat weights here. So why I got to go overseas? I do it 7 days a week here. Why would I go overseas and do that?
All right. So what about the month of February? Month of February, perfect. You ain't in the Super Bowl. Ain't got nothing to do. Ain't no worry about everybody relaxing and repairing their body. That's perfect time to go. You already repaired your body. Go over there for a month. But you wait to mini camp. Come on, bro.
When did he get hurt?
Huh?
When did
the first game of the season?
What month is it?
It's September.
Okay, so he's been working out for half a year. A whole year he's been working out, training, lifting weights, day in, day out. Day in, day out. So you want him to jump right back into
it. Don't jump right back. Go to Egypt when you're supposed to go to Egypt.
He was working out.
He was working out.
He was working.
I ain't seen an extra curve in his bicep yet, man. That man, what he was doing?
Oh, it's coming.
He was lifting 5-pound weights.
You gonna see it. You gonna see it. You gonna see it. Ball. I don't know what you got to get air, man.
I ain't got nothing. Hey, bro. I just feel like if you commit to your team, you commit to your team.
He was at every game, every practice.
Okay.
He was on the field working.
All right. So what changed during minicamp then?
He's just getting ready for minicamp. You already know what time it is in the summertime, man. You finna go right. You finna go right back into the grind, into the thick of things. You already know this. You know this. You know what summer is like. So if I worked out, if I didn't have to play all year, and I've worked out and got myself back to where I need to be, the whole football season, he just took a little break right before he dives back into it, right back into the thick of things again. He's gonna do it again. So take a little break, a little mental clarity. But he always do this though. He did it last year. He always do that. He found the trip and goes somewhere.
When he did last year, what happened?
He came back great, refreshed.
Yeah, right to game one, and then what happened?
That was just last year. He always do it though. That was 1 year.
Did he do it this Super Bowl year many years ago? Because every year since then he did nothing.
Yep. So he did that.
Yeah, ever since then he got some MVPs. I give him that. I give him some MVPs. He do got some MVPs. But What happens? What happens when it matters?
Like he was one play away from the Super Bowl, and it wasn't his fault. He wasn't the offensive coordinator. He didn't call the play. There was one play away from what he did. He got his team again to the Super Bowl again. Well, one play away from the Super Bowl. It's not his fault.
I swear I wish my boy Lamar Jackson get this same type of love.
He did what he had to do.
I swear I wish he get this same type of love.
He do. From me. He do from me.
I agree with you on that. I agree.
So you know what I'm saying? It was the coach's fault. Y'all coaches let Lamar down.
Boy, they sure did.
Exactly. They didn't. Y'all stop running the ball. Y'all didn't get a man no help. Y'all called him lackluster plays. The coaching staff did that. That's why the coaching staff, the defensive coaching staff got into it with the offensive coaching staff at the halftime. Y'all coaches let them down.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. You know, you can only do what you can do. You know what I'm saying? He can't, everybody can't, I'll finish that. You can't throw the ball and catch it, but Lamar did do that. He did it. I ain't never seen nothing like that ever, but he did it.
Hey, I think I have seen that before. Mm-hmm. But wasn't no football. We were playing pick 'em up bus on the side on a street somewhere, or you know what I mean. We were playing. It was either something like that. You know what I mean. It wasn't no live game.
Right.
It wasn't no live game. You know what I mean. If we play on the street or somebody, you know, the best play you see in life is you know what I mean, a little neighborhood game. And that's why I probably seen some shit like that for.
That was crazy though.
Hey man, so also Brandon Aiyuk, man, but they still doing their contract negotiation, man. What do you think they're gonna resign him, man? I know you already requested a trade. Well, actually, the thing I wrote in our piece was, do you think he's gonna show up to training camp?
No.
Me either.
Because he wants to trade. And he hasn't been signed.
So, well, resign.
Right. He hasn't been re-signed. So, I mean, those are two major factors right there.
Yeah.
No, he definitely won't show up. I mean, they said they were going to sign him. Re-sign him. They said it. But as we can see, they're not agreeing on numbers.
I mean, I talked to John Harbaugh about him coming to Baltimore. John is all on board with it. You know what I mean? He said he got to talk to GM Biscotti. You know what I mean? They see what we can do with numbers we can crunch up. But you know what I mean? They say they're gonna keep an eye on it. I think he'd be perfect for the Baltimore Ravens.
He's not going no
perfect fit. Perfect fit.
That man ain't going no Baltimore. You can get that out your head.
Hey, bro. I got two great teams, man, that I root for. Baltimore and Auburn. I like to guide them in the right path. When they don't listen to me, it's problems.
You so over the top with your team today too. Deion, Auburn, Aiyuk, the Ravens. What you on today, man? What's up there in that cup, man? That got to be a 4 Loco.
Oh Lord, no, boy. Oh boy, no. Boy, maybe one day we might sell a story about the 4 Loco, but them story don't need to be told today. No Lord. Hey.
Oh man.
Hey, at first I want to know who was the scientist that made the first 4 Loco, not all the ingredients they took out, what it is now. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Deion, boy.
I'm sure he's doing time.
Hey, boy, I don't even think I ever told you this, bro. Let me tell you something. When I was in Florida, you know what I mean? We used to make like 4 Loco hunch punch. couple friends of mine, but we used to go to the doggone the 7-Elevens. We used to buy the Four Locos by the like not by the cases, by the pallets. Remember, I don't think I ever told you that. We used to go get pallets of Four Locos, get a big doggone cooler, and doggone cut up fruit, oranges, whatever. Put it all in there, put the ice in there, and pour. I'm talking about, man, pouring a whole doggone pallet full of Four Locos in there.
Wow.
Bro, dead serious.
I'd have had you committed. You would have told me that.
Say what?
I'd have had you committed if you would have told me that. Oh, logo, hunch punch.
Dead serious, man. Dead serious.
The legal.
Yeah, bro. That's when they start talking about. They always say, man, no, man, you got a hole in your foot. Because I was the only one still standing. All of them all passed out. Like, bro, if you want to know how they started me off, you know what I mean, in 10th grade, hey, I can handle this.
Even Gene by the leader, boy.
But dead serious. That's a true statement, bro.
That's crazy.
We used to make hunch punch out of it. We used to go in that mall and get a whole pallet. Had the dog on gas station flow jack. Lifting that mall up, pulling it out, put it. That's what our 20s, bro. Our 20s. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, that's nuts. That's bonkers, like they say.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, man. So I got a couple of reaction videos. First one I'm gonna play, I sent you earlier, about Aaliyah Chavez. Boy, Don. Right now, from what Don been going, I mean, heavily recruiter, and Kim Monkey been heavily recruiting her. And bro, she is a. Hey, I can see her more leaning towards Don as of right now, but like I said, I don't know what her recruiting process been. But here you go, right here, man.
Finals.
So
she got a shot.
Her, Malaysia Fuwali, it's gonna be a problem. If John able to get her. LSU got a little bit building to do on their roster, though. They got a little bit more building to do on their roster. Because we noticed that when this past year, where the one thing John was able to, you know what I mean, South Carolina was able to beat everybody. Why? Because they starting 5 was good, the next 5 was good, and dog, the next 3 was good. You know what I mean? Like they deep, they bench was deep. LSU, they bench it wasn't deep. They got to rebuild that. You know what I mean? So, but she lethal, man.
She is. She scored most of her points with 3 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So she's a shooter.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that definitely would be a cold piece to add to, Coach Staley's team and roster.
Oh my God, man.
So you see them going back to back.
Mm-hmm.
It's easily.
Mm-hmm. Because why? Who they lost this past year?
Cardozo.
Yep. That was it. They had a young team. Very, very young team. That's why I say that.
Mm.
That's why I say that. I ain't gonna say that now. Not saying they're gonna go undefeated. I want them to take a loss because you already know, boy. The longer you go undefeated, like now you to a point where you can't lose a game or you going home. You know what I mean? You want to get that out the way for early. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I ain't gonna say I see them going undefeated, but I don't see them losing more than 1 or 2 games. That's it. I don't see that. I don't see no more than 2 games. I really just see 1, and I do see them going back to the championship game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I definitely see them going to the championship. I mean, yeah, they had some close calls this year, but those teams, if I remember, those teams they had close calls with, they lost some players too, who graduated. So it's definitely gonna be tough to beat them. Like you said, it's the first year all 5 of them played, together, definitely like that. After rebuilding from the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough to do. So,
yep.
Yeah, I see him. I see him going far.
Yep. Hey man, so the next one I'm gonna play, bro. Have you heard that Lincoln Riley is ducking smoke from LSU?
From playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about that till recently, man. So I'm gonna play this. I didn't know that was a thing, man. I didn't know that was a thing, man.
So he want to play.
Lincoln Riley trying to dodge Brian Kelly. Today, Saturday, Down South reported that USC wanted out of its Week 1 showdown versus LSU. Here's the deal. They play Week 1 in what's called the Vegas Kickoff Classic. It's at Allegiant Stadium September 1st, and it's on Sunday, so all eyeballs are going to be on this game. Game's been agreed upon for years, but USC now enters the Big Ten where they have a much harder schedule. Allegedly, USC's been trying to get out of this game for years now, even offering other opponents to LSU. Real quick, Big Ten has a huge broadcast deal with Fox. Fox even got involved and tried to further the process. The network wasn't happy with the idea of USC's first game as a Big Ten member being broadcast by rival ABC ESPN. With Fox, Big Ten's like, wait, we have this new toy USC, and their debut is with ESPN, ABC against LSU. We don't like that. But LSU said, not so fast, my friend. You aren't getting out of this game. So you're like, well, maybe it's just Fox, not USC's program and Lincoln Riley. But it turns out Lincoln Riley and LSU coach Brian Kelly have the same agent, Trace Armstrong. And Lincoln Riley went to him and said, hey, Trace, tell Brian we want out of the game. Pull some strings. Let's get out of that game. And it didn't happen still. Is Lincoln
dodging the smoke.
Dodging smoke.
Yeah. And it's a good reason why. It's a good reason why, man.
They dodging smoke. Hey. What other reason you would want to cancel that game, man? Because if you really tell the truth, that game, I don't care what air station is going to be in, all that bull crap they talking about, ABC and that game right there is going to be a heavily televised game and a heavily view game. You know what I'm saying? So because you got two big teams, big schools playing each other.
Yeah.
And you starting off the season. I don't care what it is. You starting out the season like, hey, you ain't playing know what I mean? Oh, a little play-to-play game type of thing. You know what I mean? LSU playing against Florida A&M, or you know what I mean? They put 2 supposedly great matchup teams to play against each other as a start off the season.
Yeah, he dodging.
Probably like, man, hey, bro, I ain't got no defensive game like that, man. We can't stop you.
Exactly. That's the reason why. They know
that's
they don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen. And Paul Fine going to be right back at his throat again. Yeah, he see what's coming. That's why. Tell me what coach usually backs down out of those type of games. Even a SWAC school not gonna turn down playing an ACC school. It's just not the football mentality.
Hey, y'all about to get. You know what I mean? You gonna learn how to play. Like you gonna learn. You gonna feel to get this experience behind it.
Yeah, like I said, that's not the football mentality, man. To bag down, to bag out. So and I bet you Paul Finebaum knows about this here too.
That might be the reason he's been taking jabs out.
Yeah, man, you can't do that, and it leaks out. You can't do that. That don't look good at all.
Yep. Hey, man. So we put a video. I think a couple videos ago we were talking about the young 5-year-old linebacker, man. These kids are a little bit older, but I like their work, man. And I would never even thought about doing something like that. But this drill, it translates from what Aaron Rodgers ain't doing right now, which is adapting to his wide receivers. So I guess he need to learn from the young kids, man. The young, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But I'll let you see.
There you go. Once again.
Get out the break. Good job. I finished. Score. Snap down. Score. Snap down. Now score.
I think that's to be real with using that tree to break, you know what I mean, to clear the zone or clear a defender. I think that's a great drill.
I love that drill, man. Just using what you have, to make yourself better. I love that. I love to see stuff like that, man. And, and using the space that you have to catch the ball and turn up the field, using the gate as the sideline. Yep. That's a coach there. That's a coach. That's the type of coach take everybody home, buy you food. You know what I'm saying? I miss them type days. I play for them coaches always.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
That's dope, though.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, that right there, just like you said, use for everything that you got on the field, because you got to think outside the box to come up with something like that, especially against a tree. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we probably could have thought of, but that we were just training, man. And I can't even remember some of the stuff we was doing, bro. We just thought about it and just did it. But that right there is actually like a game play. You know what I mean? Like I look at a lot of these trainers as training like players now. It was number like one person I let train my son, man, and because he was doing actually game like things that you would do in the game. Not just, we're finna go out here and do these cone drills for, social media to make it look pretty. Nah, bro. I want game movements. And it was on one train I'll take my son to, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just be honest with you, because if ain't no cones on the field. Ain't no cones on the drill. And I see, to be honest with you, the worst I seen where it don't translate to the field is in wide receivers. They have doing the cone drill, and then try to go catch the ball. But then they get on the field, they're making them a whole bunch of movements. They ain't even moving up the field at all. They get jammed up on the line, don't even know how to get out of a jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that right there, I don't. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate whoever trained these kids, right? Especially that type of drill.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I like that. That's real dope, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to that coach.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna play, you know what I mean, a little jab that Shedeur Sanders said at SEC. I mean what is the Big 12? Yeah, the Big 12 media day.
Tell me, your footwork is bad. You get out there and get sacked 50 times, and you tell me how you feel. You tell me how your footwork is going to be. So I honestly don't really care about the opinions of people that haven't really kind of like played the game. I really don't, because it's like you could tell me, your footwork is bad. You get out there and get sacked 50 times, and you tell me how you feel. You tell me how your footwork is going to be. So.
Hey, these reporters get put. I'm noticing now, especially with the podcast, where we got a lot of ex-professional players are doing, even current professional players, current college players, all of them getting their own podcast. Because why? They don't like the narrative that these journalists that necessarily ain't never played the game, probably never really followed the sport as a childhood, but they kind of gravitate to that because they went to college for it, to start triggering to that, to ask these type of questions.
Mm-hmm. And that's real. I mean, that's real because, I mean, me and you had conversations before about, I can't even remember exactly what it was, but I think it was about the Heisman. And we was like, who is letting these people vote?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like they giving people a voice who don't need one.
And NFL MVP.
Right. Yeah, and that's exactly what, even I've heard people say that, even Greg was saying that on ESPN, as far as it was about, I think it was about one of the players not making it to the Heisman. He was like, how is this man not even on? How did he not even make the trip? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is letting these people vote?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, look at, I like the guy, man, but I like him, guy, man. It's an ESPN reporter named Wendy Brian Windhorst, and he got called out a few times this past year. I forgot who he was talking about. I think he was talking about Luka during the playoffs. Saying, he got to get in better shape. He got to get in better shape. Then people like zoomed in on him, like, bro, have you ever been in shape? Like, what sport have you ever played that you need to get in shape? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, your body ain't never even been through that. Your body ain't never even been in shape to tell somebody else as a professional athlete, you got to get in better shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right, and that's true because that might not even be the issue, because like we said, Luka has played professional ball across seas for so many years.
Yeah, for since he was 15, I think.
Exactly, he's 25, so that's like a 10-year career already in the league. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he's such a huge person. As we were watching the video of him next to Travis Kelce, you know what I'm saying? Yep. He made him look small, like a little brother. So. Yep. Yeah, it's easy for people to say that, but just the stature of that man, he's not fat. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's played for so long, so you don't know his condition and what he's doing.
But a lot of these, like how they called out the other example, how they called out Cam Newton. Oh, what he know? Well, the man got multiple rings. The man got a JUCO ring. He got a college football player. He got a national championship ring in college. He got the Heisman Trophy. He got Rookie of the Year, and this man went to the Super Bowl. What you think he know about football? What did you do?
Exactly. You know a lot.
Yeah. So that's why I love that all these podcasts, like people, like these players, ex-players, because they got a voice of their own. Because you got these. They'll criticize you, but they never even did the same thing. They dog on stuff, but never.
Right.
Never even touched the field. Probably never even played a team sport ever.
Right, that's true. And they out there. Those people are out there and speaking on people who they shouldn't be speaking on. They don't have a reputable voice to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's a reason why, if you notice over the years, the last couple of years, it's a reason why Stephen A. Smith added more ex-players around them on First Take.
Yeah, because people was at his throat for a long time.
Now look who had. Look who's on. You got Shannon Sharp. For football, you got Shannon Sharp. You got Swagoo. You got Ryan Clark. Dan Orlowski.
Yeah, Dan Orlowski.
Yep. And then basketball, who you got? You got Kendrick Perkins.
Jason Williams.
You got Shannon Sharp. Okay, he can talk basketball too. Who else you got? You got
Jay Williams. You got him.
Jay Williams.
Yeah.
Think about this. So
he
built. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He had
it's a reason why.
He had
Not and look at it. WNBA. Look at all the ladies he added too.
It's the right thing to do, you know. And the producers seen what was going on, executive producers, and and they fixed the show. You know, they started getting more, like I said, more reputable people with voices who've been there before on the show to speak about the issues, side by side with them. So they knew what to do and they did the right thing.
Yep. So, hey, the last reaction video I got, man. I'm gonna be nice to you, man. I know I've been rough on your team today. I'm gonna be nice to you, man, and talk about University of Alabama in a good light. You know what I mean? But Mama Nick Saban, how she stopped the Alabama practice. You ever heard that story?
There's so many stories about Miss Tier.
No, not Miss Tier. No, Nick Saban's mom.
Oh, Nick Saban's mom. Oh.
You ever heard that? You heard the story that she stopped practice?
I think it's been multiple times, though, that she stopped practice.
Oh, I'm finna tell you. I'm finna play it for you. I'm finna play it for you. There you go.
Go, Mama Tia.
Saban's 92-year-old mother once stopped an Alabama practice. According to the Action Network, back in 2013, Mary Saban, Nick Saban's mother, called the Alabama football office demanding to speak to her son immediately. And someone on the staff who picked up said, practice is going on right now. Can you leave a message? And Mama Saban said, to heck with that, absolutely not. Well, she got what she wanted. Apparently, this was the first time she had ever called during practice. So naturally, Coach Saban was a little bit concerned, thinking maybe something was wrong with his mom. And without letting Coach Saban say a single word, his mom goes,
I just want to let you know, I made a hole-in-one today, and you've never done that.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Mary Saban called her son the greatest football coach of all time in the middle of practice just to talk shit. The apple definitely does not fall far from the tree. What a legend. Now, apparently, since this happened, it has in fact hit a hole-in-one. But how absolutely iconic is his mom, huh? Why did Nick...
Mama Saban. It runs in the blood, man. Gotta rub it in. That's the competitive spirit.
Yeah.
Come from somewhere.
Hey, screw everything you got going on. Hey, I just hit a hole in one, man. You better hear about this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough work, though. Go ahead, Mama.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. But hey, man, it was a great episode, bro. It was a great episode, man. A lot of laughter, bro. As always, man. Man, we get in town in crunch time, man. About a month away from college football starting, man. That's gonna be the greatest time of life. Greatest time of life.
Definitely nothing like football season, man. Football season is a joy, for so many people, family, far and wide. So
yeah,
bring it on.
Yeah, but Mark, man, hey, first I want to tell all the people, the live listeners that's listening right now, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening to us. Please subscribe to our channel. Please tell family and friends, subscribe to our channel, follow our content. Mark, man, you want to close it out, bro?
Yeah, man, we definitely appreciate everybody once again. Like I said, we'll definitely continue to bring it to sports. We're about to start the Olympics in a minute, in the next couple of days, actually. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. The Olympic basketball team pulled it out the men. So, glad they did that. It would have been tough. It would have been tough if they didn't. So.
You know what, though, man? Before we even end, You noticed something about that roster that has happened, right? That win, it shouldn't have been that close, but somebody ain't been playing. KD ain't played in none of the games yet.
Yeah, he had an injury.
But you notice, you already know what he's going to do.
Yeah, he gonna cut up when he get in there. Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
You don't have to worry about this no more.
Nah. But hey, everyone, thank y'all for sticking around. I appreciate it. Hey, we're gonna talk to y'all later on.
Yeah, have a good one. Appreciate everybody.
Have a great one.